I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy.
Welcome all, this is the Australian Indie Wrestling Show, fellow wrestlers, trainees, event support staff, friends, foes, and everyone in between. If you have a question, or if I broke your tiny little mind and made you devote a whole segment of your show to me, reach out. The Don, how are you, my friend?
I am fantastic. Wasn't here last week because I was away, but I did catch the episode, and it's good to hear Mean Dean's voice. He's the voice of Perth Wrestling and Perth Sports as well.
Gets around.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. I was worked in a band with him for years, and just a real all-around top bloke. So good to give him a bit of shine. You know what I mean?
Well, he didn't give you a shine, the Don, because before all this and during the setup, the Don was quite upset that Mean Dean didn't bring him up during the favourite wrestlers segment.
Yeah, how many different categories do you have to have? And I don't come up in any of them. Like, it wasn't like, who's your one favourite wrestler? You had all these categories and not one. I'm throwing down when I see him next. Me and Mean Dean Olsen. It's happening.
But anyway, Don, how was your Thailand trip? What's Thailand like these days, my friend?
Look, it was amazing. There was just so much that we saw. We spent a little bit of time away from the city at first, and when you do that, you really need to have your Google Translate ready to rock and roll, because if you're not in the major cities, they do not speak English. But
Don,
then,
this isn't the Amazing Race, mate. Not everyone speaks English, my friend, eh?
no, like, I just thought, certain stores and stuff, they'd have an English-speaking representative, but I was wrong, and it's how we learn, right? We learn about the world. Hey, look, I've never been to Thailand. You acting like you've been. You know what I mean? How many times have you been to Thailand?
None, but I have Discovery Channel, hey, like.
Yeah, look, that's great. You look at the Discovery Channel. I don't. I like to enjoy the world as it comes at me. All right. And then we spent some time in the city. Plenty of people spoke English. Their driving system is insane, but it works. How'd
you go crossing the roads?
If the way they drove there, and everyone's chill, don't get me wrong, everyone's chill with the way it works. If any of that shit was in, like, Perth especially, there'd be so many punch-ons. People would be getting out of their cars and having to go. It's insane. It was a wild ride.
Particularly north of the river, you dudes are feisty.
Yeah, no, they're insane in Perth. But anyway, and yeah, it's like the amount of stores where you can just buy whatever you want. We saw, as we were walking along, people were having like fried scorpions and spiders and shit, just sort of, you can buy it and eat it. But I didn't, because I'm like, I'm not going to eat a scorpion. It's just not on my bucket list.
That's one of the things I would have to do, is eat a fried insect. What are you doing, Don? Like, why do you go there?
I don't ingest insects. They're not part of my dietary intake. I have calories that I need to fit, and I look in MyFitnessPal, and fried scorpion just doesn't come up. So
I'll tell you what, you'll fucking be eating insects come disclosure day.
Hey, look, we'll see what happens. But for now, I'll die, all right? I'll get lean as fuck because I won't be eating anything. And I'll look great, I'll look jacked, and we'll have Insect Wrestling Federation. Anyway, so that was me in Thailand. How was your weekend?
Oh, well, I got a tattoo. I was at two peak shows on the weekend. I got thrown through a table by Chucky. Apparently 62 kilos is not enough to go through a table. So I just hung up on the barbed wire. No, I got hung up on the barbed wire, and just everyone pointed and laughed. And then the next night, Negativo locked me in a coffin, and Mad Dog had to retrieve me out, it was just an insane weekend. So barbed wire one night, coffin the next. But yeah, I mean, my night went horrific, but I got to say, maybe we should shout out a big congratulations to Rocco. He won an Australian Boxing League at the Masters Boxing Victoria. So just a shout out to Rocco. I see him around the traps, and that's legit, man. So,
Yeah, so don't fuck with Rocco.
Yeah, don't fuck with Rocco backstage.
You see him in the street, be nice, be lovely. He's a pro boxer. He'll mess you up.
There's something in there.
And if we're congratulating Rocco, we're going to have to congratulate my old mate Gore. Big Daddy Gore smashed it at Fusion Fighting Championship this weekend. Also legit. Got a bit of a video of him flexing off against the competitor. And you can hear the laughs in the crowd because they know it's probably not going to go well for this dude. Even Gore, he somehow made a big medal small, hey. Like, the medal was about the size of Flavor Flav's clock, hey.
Yeah.
And somehow Gore made that look small, hey. So
Yeah, he's a large human being.
he is a large human being. So congratulations to Rocco and of course Gore for smashing out the legitimacy and representing the Australian wrestling community, hey.
Yeah, no, there's a few guys who are legit grapplers or legit boxers. Those guys have recently won things, but we know Ant Carver's been in boxing competitions. We know Damien Slater and Mikey Broderick engage in jiu-jitsu competitions. So there's plenty of guys out there who are legit. And then there's plenty of guys out there who, in wrestling that can go. They're not trained, but they will definitely give you a hard time. So, yeah, Australian wrestlers, yeah, they're bad motherfuckers.
Toughest disabled cunt on the planet. Well, speaking of real fights, Deathmatch Down Under, I think had a couple of fights in the crowd. I heard someone, now this is secondhand information, I heard there was someone there calling it a little bit, calling the F word. No, not feeble, not fragile, but fucking fake. And of course, the fans at Deathmatch Down Under, we're not going to have that. It's probably the last thing you say down there. So a couple of the punters and a couple of the fans got in a fight. A couple of cop cars, good night out, Deathmatch Down Under again. Hey, so always a wild party with the DMDU fellas.
Was that the tag team dream or a different one?
No, it's a different one. This was just this weekend.
We just had guys from Perth, Felix Young and Jared Slate were a part of the tag team dream.
Yeah, we talked about that last week, mate. You weren't here.
I wasn't here. How can I talk about it when I wasn't here? So I'm just bringing that up, Deathmatch Down Under. You're talking about Deathmatch Down Under. I'm also talking about Deathmatch Down Under. And I want to give my local boys a bit of props. But yeah, Jared Slate, Felix Young were there for the tag team dream. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff going on.
Really should have called in from that ping pong tournament last week, hey?
It wasn't a tournament, it was a show.
Oh,
right?
sorry.
No, I didn't go to anything ping pong, all right? Shit.
All right. Well, what we did see was a bit of UFC at the White House. I mean, talk about idiocracy. I mean, dude, people know, and I know I'm a fucked cunt, right? But even with my fucking brain, I would have enough fucking decorum not to host a UFC on the front fucking lawn of the White House, hey?
Yeah, man, it's funny, we were just talking about watching Idiocracy. I watched for the first time Idiocracy this year. And yeah, President Camacho and President Trump, it's like just...
Two peas in a pod, mate.
It's all coming together. And I like Terry Crews.
He knew what was coming, old Terry did, and so did, fucking UFC at the White House, hey?
It's next level. But in saying that, I know people really don't want us to talk politics. Sounds like things are getting better.
No. What it is, what's next is WrestleMania at the White House, hey?
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, so, we'll look out for that. But, of course, it's happening next weekend, Don. ACW Australian Championship Wrestling.
The most talked about wrestling show in Australia.
Yeah, right for the past few weeks. I mean, It's almost sold out. I have one of the raised seating tickets.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, so
I'm jealous that you get to go and I don't. I'm actually really keen to see how this turns out.
Oh, mate.
I expect a full report as it all goes down.
Well, hopefully if all goes well, we'll have a full report next week, and a bit more. I can tell you that. So
what can we expect at ACW?
Well, bro, some of the matches while you were away started coming out. So we're looking at Brooks versus Hayter. So it's been touted as a bit of a Victoria versus South Australia thing.
Nice.
EC Brownie versus Dan Archer. So that's EC Brownie versus Dan Archer.
Big boys.
Yeah.
Two big boys slugging it out. That's going
to be good. I am keen to see that because it'll be the first time I've seen EC Brownie and Dan Archer live and they're in the same match. So that's cool. And friends of the show, #1 draft pick for ACW, Keegan Brettle and the Puppeteer versus Scum, Jimmy Zero and Aries. And of course, Jay Law is going to address his state of affairs, whatever the fuck that means. And Violet Blitz, Ref Rach, Jay Gilly, and of course the ACW draft picks, Banisher and Ted Zilla will be there. So that should be interesting in itself to see what they get up to.
It's all happening this weekend.
It's all happening this weekend. I'm going to be there. I'm heading off to Sydney. Going to have a great time. Well, that's it for the wrestlers. But Don, what I am looking forward to is I've arranged to have dinner with Australian wrestling royalty Ken Dunlop.
Very
So
cool.
looking forward to the stories that I know from the book, and also a few I've been told to ask Ken. So yeah, we'll see what we can do with that. But of course, the other big news of ACW Australian Championship Wrestling is they will be doing a show in Melbourne on September the 4th.
Yeah, huge news.
So
They're
that's interesting. Yeah, at Melbourne
yeah,
Pavilion.
just going hard or going home. They've just about to have their first show and they've already got their second show lined up, which is smart. You can advertise the next one at this one. So it's the
It's
way
in a
it's
different
done.
state, mate. It's been a bit of a drive, hey, you know.
That's it. But hey, they're trying for an Australian outreach, not just one state or one territory or one area. So
That's it. So there, the big news is ACW will be coming to Melbourne on September the 4th. That's this year, 2026.
hmm
So that should be interesting at the Melbourne Pavilion. Don, do you think that'll sell out, or do you think they'll have World Series Wrestling found it hard to get night two going? I don't think they're going to have two nights. I think they got one night, so should be good. Yeah, if they puts on a good card, the Melbourne wrestling fans will definitely turn out.
100%. I mean, it's all sort of hinging on this first one. If they can back up all their promises with what they said they're doing with production and the show itself, then I think they've got every capability to do so. It's a lot hinging on this first one. We're just going to wait and see. You're going to see it live. I'm going to be in Perth the same night doing EPW Winter Warfare.
Why don't you tell us about that, Don? Because that looks interesting in itself.
So there is a lot going on. I mean, we saw last time we talked about Blake Walker and Dex Van Diemen have been suspended for basically not paying attention to the referee and brawling all over the place. So
And then the big fellas.
that's it. So we'll only see what happens from there. The brand new Pride champion, Adonis Dagger Matthews. We haven't heard anything from him. There's nothing been booked for him. So surely he's got to make an appearance. But let's talk about the matches that have been announced. You've got Dustin Connors and brand newcomer Rikari Rafani. We saw him in the Rumble last show. Those two will be taking on Edith Knight and Lucas Fantasia. So there's going to be interesting, intense little match up there. They've got the Money for Nothing Open Challenge. We don't know much more about that at the moment, so that's all going to come about in the next couple of days, I'm sure. Lizzie Maximus versus Noah Green. Noah Green now showing his true colours, and they're not green. They're definitely evil colours. He's definitely turned into a man who, not a fan favourite.
He's got one of those Technicolor dick coats.
That's it. That's what he's all about. He's all the colours of the rainbow. But then also the main event is the Winter Warfare match, which you will see DNT, which is myself, Chris Target, and Stellanix taking on the Cretins and Jesse Lambert.
Beating up the kids, eh, Don?
Hey, look, the kids got to learn respect. You know what I mean? They don't know what they're doing. They're out there running wild like it's a Wild West, and they've got to be reined in. But what's Winter Warfare, you ask? Saying that knowing you didn't ask it.
Yeah, what is Winter Warfare?
Well, let me tell you all about it. It's a 6-man match. An individual from each team starts in the ring. At 90-second intervals, a new competitor will enter. The match officially begins after all competitors have entered, so no one can win at this point. We can only create damage until all competitors are in. There's no disqualifications, no count-outs, and falls count anywhere. So shit's about to go down.
So it's falls count anywhere, multiple pins, multi-ball.
That's it. It's all going to be very hectic, and I think it should be a great night for the fans.
I tell you what, I heard 90-second intervals, and I was like, oh, he's springing another rumble on us.
It's not a rumble. It's a Winter Warfare, sir. I'm letting you know how it differs.
It differs, yeah. No disqualifications, no count out, and falls count anywhere. So you'll be probably asked to move out of your seats when you go down to EPW this weekend.
Hope you're feeling agile.
Hope you're feeling agile. Well, speaking about agile, we saw Grayson Waller talking about common lies.
Yes.
During the week, and we thought that would make a nice little new segment, Common Lies.
Yeah.
You know, going over the good and the bad of Australian indie wrestling. You know, that's what we do over here.
That's it. That's what we're all about.
So yeah, Don, do you have any common lies for this week?
So, just touching on what the subject that Grayson Waller was talking about, how New York is so like overrated and everyone talks about how wonderful it is, and when really it's not. I think that applies to Australia, but it's about Melbourne.
Oh,
Everybody talks about how Melbourne's the place to be. It's got the best coffee. It's so much better than Perth and everywhere else. And it's bullshit. Melbourne's just another fucking city. Like, it's more people, sure, but it's just overhyped.
Well, yeah, it's definitely changed Melbourne. I got to say that. You know, it's not the same as it used to be. I'm talking prior pandemic. You may be thinking I might be going a bit One Nation.
No,
you know, no, I'm talking prior the pandemic. Hey, it was a lot better. You know, the cops were friendly.
Yeah.
It's everything like that. But yeah, you know, Melbourne has changed, and people are saying Geelong is the new Melbourne.
Oh.
Yeah, so take that. Don, I think you have to ask me what my common lie of the week is, what my good and bad of the week is. I think
we're just not good at communicating today. This relationship is just falling to pieces. But yeah, so what would you say?
We're rolling around like a couple of fucking nerds here.
What would you call another common lie?
Oh, a common lie for me is street weed is the same as medicinal weed. I hear this bullshit all the fucking time. Hey, oh yeah, man. Street weed's just as fucking... No, it's fucking not. Because I watch you fuckers green out every time I fucking shout you a cone, hey. And you're like, oh, that's good shit. And then you don't say anything for the next 5 fucking minutes. Hey.
Hours?
Hours, yeah. I mean, geez, they're all excited. Oh, you got the fucking medicinal. Yeah. And then fucking... Oh, no.
Oh, no. I have made a mistake.
I've made a big mistake. Fucking green out, hey.
Oh, no. So that's...
Speaking of green...
Sorry?
Speaking of green, give us the wrap around the fucking country.
That's it. Well, it's time has come for us to talk about everything going down in Australian wrestling this weekend. So if you are in New South Wales, Pro Wrestling Australia has the Viral Food Festival at the Newcastle Racecourse in Broadmeadows, Friday 19th, Saturday 20th, and Sunday 21st of July.
Don't get sick.
That's it. The big news, Australian Championship Wrestling All-Stars, a night to remember, is at the Padstow RSL on Saturday, June 20th. Get your tickets now because it's looking like a sellout.
Support your boys. Get your tickets through our link.
That's it. Go through to the link. Well, he's popped it up. Let's do it. Newcastle Pro Wrestling has shattered. It's an 18-plus event at Hamilton Station Hotel in Islington on June 20th. Australian Pro Wrestling... A Strange New Alliance is at the Serbian Youth Hall in Canley Vale, Saturday, June 20th. And Wrestling Go is at Blacktown PCYC, Sunday, June 21st. If you're in Queensland, Pro Wrestling League The Purge at the Kedron Wavell Services Club in Chermside. If you want to get tickets, too bad, it's sold out. It's on Saturday, June 20th. Make sure you get in early for your Pro Wrestling League tickets because that's the hottest ticket at the moment in Queensland wrestling for sure. Australian wrestling maybe because they seem to be selling out all over the place. If you are in Tasmania, Tasmanian Championship Wrestling's Counterattack is at the Elfin Sports Centre in Launceston, Saturday, June 20th. In Victoria, Alpha Pro Wrestling has Energy 26 and the Broady Brawl at the Banksia Gardens Community Centre in Broadmeadows, Saturday, June 20th. Professional Championship Wrestling's Ignition is at the Southeastern Entertainment Centre in Ferntree Gully, Saturday, June 20th. And Mayhem Pro have Bad to the Bone and Relentless Unleashed at the Relentless Gym in Melton, Saturday, June 20th and Thursday, June 25th. If you're in WA, please get on down to Explosive School of Pro Wrestling's Winter Warfare Battle of the Bands. It's in Malaga at the School of Pro Wrestling, Saturday, June 20th, where you will see the Don in action in a Winter Warfare match, slapping around the Cretins and Jesse Lambert.
Geez, I tell you what, New South Wales hasn't fucked around with running shows against ACW, have they?
They all, I think, decided... Hey, this guy's coming into this territory. We're gonna fucking send him packing.
We're gonna split the crowd. Have a look at that. Hey, everyone's decided to run on the same weekend.
But it happens quite a lot on the East Coast, and I think there's a bit of space. There's a lot of space that they all sort of spread out a bit. So
wrestling goes in Blacktown, so that's completely different. Good luck to Birdman. He's saying he's sold a few tickets online, and then Newcastle Pro Wrestling shattered. Well, that's like one of the school shows. Mm-hmm. So that's and Pro Wrestling Australia will be at the Viral Food Festival. So that's at the race course. So that's like for, you know,
More for
families.
the food festival
Mm,
specifically than pro wrestling
yeah.
fans. So, be a big split up,
It's split up. So yeah, get around it. And yeah, I'll be at Australian Championship Wrestling, catching up with Ken Dunlop, Hassan, Keegan, the puppeteer, and the rest.
hmm
Yeah, shall we say? And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. But Don, get us out of here so I can get to Sydney.
That's it. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Please make sure you like and subscribe. You hit that subscribe. It works good for us. It's really good for us if you do that. Hit the like, get the views up. Show everyone what we do and don't like about Australian wrestling. If you want to support a specific company, make sure you get to the shows. Get all your friends, get your family. Get them down there because all those ticket sales help fund the show to get bigger. If you like a particular wrestler, make sure you hit that merch desk. Buy the shirt, buy the 8x10, buy the, I don't know, the cup holder or whatever it is they got going on, because that funds their wrestling dream and helps them get to the bigger and brighter lights of professional wrestling. And you can say, I bought that guy's t-shirt before he was famous, or I bought that girl's t-shirt before I was famous. Whatever it is, make sure you get down and spend that money. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.